Good morning, Alissa. This is Penelope, and just responding to your post regarding comparison of faith-based versus governmental secular disaster behavioral prevention preparedness. I enjoyed reading your post and how you did compare the both of them. You start out by saying, which is true, disaster is unpredictable, often unpredictable and disturbing. There are times that disasters, there may be forewarnings, that a disaster is coming. And I know in my area where I live not too far from the coast in Delaware. We have a lot of beaches, and we have a lot of nor'easters, and we do sometimes have hurricanes. And so, there's warnings, so we can prepare for disasters, but sometimes they are unpredictable. Some areas where tornadoes may pop up, and, there's not much time to prepare. A little sidebar, several years ago, I went to Nashville, Tennessee for a conference, and it's been about maybe 8 years ago. And I was on a tour bus, and all of a sudden the sky got real dark, and these sirens just went off. And I was like, me and others that were on the bus were like, kind of like freaking out so much, a little bit like, what's going on? And there was a tornado in the area. And being in Delaware, living in Delaware, we don't get tornadoes really. And so I'd never heard a siren before, and so I'm sure for that area they were prepared, notifying the residents of that area that we were in that something was coming. And so we still sat on the bus, just riding, and so not really knowing what to do, but thankfully nothing came of it. But back to your post, we need to be prepared, and you talk about how the church is instrumental in helping their parishioner and the community to prepare for disasters. A lot of times, sometimes people, the churches are looked to for support and faith, and people trust their leaders, and not only for their souls, but also for to direct them in the right way in everything. You said that the church leadership and the congregation with prayer is able to gain insight and intimacy and autonomy before a disaster is present. And in reading in our textbook, I remember noting how important it is for leadership to be disaster prepared, and how the writers of the book, the authors of the book, have gone out to different communities and prepared the pastors and taught them how to choose a ministry to kind of help prepare the congregants for the disasters in their area. You said that that training is important, and not only training but practicing. Also in the book I read that it's not enough just to have a plan, but you need to know that that plan will work when it's needed. And it's important to practice that plan. I remember reading in the book where they gave an example where they were doing seeing if their plan worked, and everything was in order except for when the pastor went to shake the door where everybody was kind of hunkered down. I think they were practicing for a shooter or something, and the door didn't have a lock on it. So they weren't really, even though everything else was in place, this one important venture was not, this one important particular thing was not, had not been thought of. So it's good that they practice it, and so they realized we need to get a door that has a lock, or just put a lock on the door. So it is important to prepare because the pastors are really, leadership is really looked to, and that intimacy there is there. So again, I thank you for your post. I really appreciate reading, and hopefully I did it justice in telling you what I got out of it.